Let's take the Z06 out for a ride. Apologize for the lawnmower there, but everyone's out doing their own thing, so let's get inside the vehicle. Here we go. We can start her up. So here we go, let's go out for our drive. Step into a Honda Civic or step into something after you've driven your sports car, and you will quickly remember just how great your sports car is. Now I can sure tell we're not in our Corvette anymore, because if I give it gas, that's to the floor, and we've barely hit 60 kilometers per hour. So we're definitely not in our Corvette anymore. So if we look at the different generations of the car, let's go back in time a little bit. Maybe I'll throw up some special effects. C1 was a great car. Built on, I believe it was a ladder frame, traditional engine transmission layout, whole lot of fun. It was new for its time. You know, after the war, it was one of the first really nice cars that sort of came out. Now, C2 on the other hand had a bunch of refinements. The C2 was great. It had first one independent rear suspension. It also had disc brakes. I think it might have even been the first coupe. I'm not sure, two-door coupe. Anyway. That I'm not too sure about. Maybe someone can correct me on that. C3, I owned a C3. A lot of fun, traditional engine transmission layout. So that's okay. But a lot of refinements. C4 was a lot different. They had the clamshell hood. I owned a C4 as well. Mine had an LT4 engine. Not the same LT4 as this C7, but it had an LT4 engine, and that was the Grand Sport engine. So it had a different camshaft. There's a couple other little different things that it had. The crank in it had filleted journals and stuff like that, and we're not talking meats and food. It's just the way they cut the crank, so it's a bit more durable, can handle some flex. C5s were great. You know, C5 was a big leap forward because it had the transmission in the back, so your powertrain layout changed. C6, same thing, they just refined it, and then the C7, they keep refining it even further. Now there's all obviously little things. There's you know, the pop-up headlights, there's all of those other little things that come, and traction control and ABS and blah 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 blah. I can go on forever, but those are the biggest things that sort of stick out in my mind. Now, one of the things that's really cool about the C7, I think now, is I think it's one of the best bargains, because I think it's an undervalued car. I think that with all the hype with the C8 and dealers trying to get rid of C7s, if you want a newer C7, or I don't even know if you can still get them brand new, but if you wanted a new one, I think it's a good deal. It's a very good deal. But if you're looking for a used one, I think even then it's a good deal. Now, C5s have already sort of found their price point. Same with C6s, C3s, all of those cars. They're kind of all worth what they're worth. But C7s, I think, are a great deal now for what you get. I think they're an awesome car, and there's a lot of refinements in the powertrain. I mean, direct inject engine, so you get a very broad torque curve. It's very efficient. It's just a great motor. I love the 7-speed transmission. I find it shifts really well. A lot of people say that they don't use seventh gear because you got to be going too fast, because it's just the way it's geared. But if you live in a big city that has freeways or anything like that, or you ever take it onto the highway, or you're going to take it to the beach, you'll definitely use 7th gear, and you'll get some good fuel mileage with your 7th gear. But yeah, in the city, 7th is useless. You can't really use it. But it's still, it's a great transmission, and I think it's a great car in general. One of the big things for me is just this interior is worthy of a performance car. I mean, this is a great interior on this car. I love the clear top. I got both tops. I find that I use a clear top all the time. I don't even use the body color top anymore. I just don't use it. I find I just absolutely love the clear top. So that's really nice for me. Now, the other thing I wanted to mention is this is the front camera. You can see there's the front. There's the front of the car. I'm just going to turn this AC down here. There we go. And that's the little whizzing you're going to hear there is the fan. But you can see as we move forward, there's the lines in the concrete. So you're never going to hit your front splitter, and then there's your, put it in reverse, there's your rear camera. That's pretty much it. I just wanted to take this thing out on a drive, talk about it a little bit. That's my opinion on Corvette. Now on the C7 in particular, one of the other things that's great is just this interior cluster. You have a total digital cluster, with the exception of you do have analog gauges on each side, which is really nice because I like analog gauges. Gives it a little bit of a classic look. So I love the analog gauges, so that's nice. But I do like the customizable center that I can do. It's got the heads-up display, and it's just really, really nice. The seats are nice. The seats are actually very comfortable. I've driven in C5s and C6s, and seats have they're not so comfortable, at least for me anyway. Now, one thing I did find was with my C4, I found the seats were really, really nice in it. It was a 1996, but I love that car. It drove great. That was probably one of my favorite Vettes I've owned, believe it or not. So all you C4s out there, just to let you know, GarageKing likes C4. I really do. I think it's a great car. But that's it for now. So any questions, comments, anything, let me know. I just wanted to go out and just take a drive in the car. With all the COVID going on and everything, I just wasn't able to get out and drive it, and I'm focusing on this or that. You know, I just wanted to have a fun video. I could be myself, chit chat to nobody really, I guess, except you folks, about cars. But that's it. I'm pulling back in the driveway. So that's it for the end of the video. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video. I really hope you have. Hopefully you can give me a like, or at least a comment would be great. I'd appreciate a sub even more, but I know those are hard to get. So even just a comment, just let me know what you thought, and let me know, you know, what you think of the video. So anyway, that's it. GarageKing over and out, and I will see you on the next one.